All right, we are here today with our youth student delegates for the Electric Cooperative Youth Tour in Washington, D.C. So, to my right, I got Lucas Pauly from Conway Springs, and I got Goran who lives in Belle Plaine, goes to school in Wellington. So, first of all, I've already kind of introduced you guys, but you guys want to tell us a little bit about yourself? Lucas, you want to start?
So I've grown up in Conway my whole life, go to high school there. I've played football, baseball, and basketball all the years through high school. I currently am playing baseball and football.
Okay. About you, Goran?
I originally grew up in Wichita. I went to Mays until 8th grade, and then I came here, moved to Belle Plaine, and just been going to school in Wellington ever since. And then now I play football, wrestling, and track.
All right, great. So first thing I want to ask you guys is kind of how did you learn about the trip, and then what made you apply? So jump on in there.
First time I've heard about this trip was the summer right before my sophomore year. An upperclassman, Grant Fisher, got the opportunity to go on this amazing trip, and then during my junior year, I got a Gmail from my counselor telling me to apply, so I did, and then it was a great trip.
Great.
Yeah, so originally I knew Milo Elder. He was a year above me. He went, and I didn't know what he was going for, but I knew he went to D.C., and I was wondering how he went, and then you came to our school and talked to us, and then that's how I found out, and then I made sure to apply after that.
Yeah, great. Um, what was one thing you were hoping to get out of this trip before you went? Did you have any expectations before going in?
I just wanted to explore DC, see all the history there and what built our country.
Mm-hmm.
I also wanted to do that, but I also was excited to get to meet new people from other places because really I've only ever met people from Kansas and around where I'm from, so I was excited to experience what it's like to communicate with people from somewhere else.
Yeah, so speaking about that, so you met up with students from Hawaii and then also from Maine, correct?
Yeah.
So what was it like meeting kids from not only around the state but also from other states?
Well, when meeting the Kansas and Hawaii and then eventually Maine later, they have different backgrounds, but they all have like almost the same like skills as us, like leadership skills. So we just were able to intertwine really easily and got to communicate really well. It's pretty easy getting to know everybody.
And I felt like even though we're from different places, we found things that is all alike between us, and we were able to kind of I thought at first it'd be kind of like everybody's a little different, but no, right at the beginning we all congregated and made friendships.
Yeah, especially from the Hawaii folks. Did you get to learn anything from them?
Yeah, Shaka.
Yeah,
sure. Yeah. When you landed in Washington, what was one thing you were most excited to see?
Right out of Washington, right out of the airport, I loved seeing all the monuments, like just in the view and how close they are. It's real nice with all that.
I was excited to see Lincoln Memorial and the reflecting pool because I knew they were doing some work around it and things were getting changed with it, so I thought it was fun to look at that.
Yeah. Did either of you guys get a window seat in the airplane?
No.
I bet that
I got aisle though.
I bet you that would have been really cool to see that coming in, like all the different landmarks and monuments as you're flying in, because I always like looking out the window when you're flying into different places and seeing the different terrain and different buildings and everything.
Yeah, I had to sit in the middle seat both times, but
Oh, no.
I had the person next to me on the window seat take my phone and take pictures for me.
Nice. Good. Was there anything that surprised you on the first day or two? Anything you didn't expect?
How easily we were able to come together as a group.
Yeah, I agree.
That was very surprising.
I was also surprised by how the hotel and how nice it was and all of the stuff that we were given. It was really amazing.
Yeah, so do you want to talk about some of the things you were given? Like, I know you got T-shirts for every day to wear.
These ones that we're wearing right now when we got to meet the senators. We got 2 hotels, one in Topeka and one in Kansas, or one in D.C. DC was one of the nicest hotels I've been in.
Yes, it had a whole plaza inside of it.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, like, it's pretty crazy.
Pretty big,
but,
huh?
Also, they gave us like travel bags and like a bunch of pins to trade with. So like when we met people from other states, we traded pins with them. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah, very neat. How many
Yeah.
do you guys walk away with? A million of those, or
Yeah.
A lot.
yeah. Keep it on a board at home, or
Yeah.
very good. What was one of your favorite experiences during the trip, and why?
I just like meeting all the people. That was like had the relationships I got to meet with them, as well as seeing all the monuments in DC.
Yep. Did you have any specific monument that you liked the most, or it was most impactful?
I don't know. I like them all. They're
Yeah.
all just all the architecture we put into them and the creativity. I just like that all.
I liked being able to go to the Capitol and talk to the senators because I've never really like had experience talking to any government officials. So talking to someone that felt that important was pretty cool.
Yeah. So what was that like, getting to meet Senator Moran and Senator Marshall?
They were really nice. They were happy to answer all of our questions and explain all of the things that we were wondering, and they seem really nice people.
Yeah. Did you both get the opportunity to talk to them?
Yeah.
Very good. So what was, did you learn anything from them? Is there anything that sticks out?
Senator Marshall helped me figure out what my future plan is for going into like different career paths. He helped me narrow that down because I was very wide scope.
Yeah. Gave you some good life advice there, huh? What you, Goran?
Well, we talked about like why is it so hard for a farmer in America, and like why is everything so expensive, and he like explained like how much it costs for all the equipment and all of the land and all just the different expenses that they have, and how much like the scale is different from a small farmer from like a huge corporation, and how much of a difference that makes.
Yeah. Do you guys have any knowledge of what they go through every day, or what they're actually doing behind the scenes before meeting them? Or
I had a little, but after meeting them, I definitely got a lot more like knowledge about what they do.
Yeah. So I bet that was a little eye-opening.
Yeah.
About really how hard
how
it
much
is.
work they have to do.
Yeah.
I'm sure they got to meet with a lot of different people and think
Yeah,
about
they
a lot of
always
different
travel.
things. And
Yeah, they even have like personal managers that they have to keep with them so they can stay on time, so they can go to the next meeting.
Oh yeah, sure they have a lot of engagements they're having to go to all the time. But yeah, that's very neat that they took the time to meet all of you guys. And how long did you get to meet with them?
Pretty long.
Yeah.
Really?
I'd say like 10, 15 minutes for each person.
At
Oh,
least,
wow.
yeah.
Yeah.
So everybody got the chance to ask
Yeah.
their questions.
Oh, yeah.
That's awesome. How
Yeah.
many kids were with you guys in your group?
There was supposed to be 33, but one from Maine wasn't able to make it.
So 32.
32. 4 from Hawaii and 1 from Maine.
Oh wow, so they had allotted time for all of them to talk to them. That's great.
Except the thing is, the Hawaii and Maine ones didn't talk to them because they talked to their own.
They talk to their own
Yeah.
states. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So that way they can learn about the issues that are, are closer to home for them. Talk about some of the speakers. How many you got? You guys listen to multiple different speakers throughout the whole trip, right? Who all were the speakers, and kind of what was the biggest takeaway you got from them?
Personally, I liked Mike Schlapia. He was a Paralympic athlete, played wheelchair basketball. What biggest takeaway is that no matter what happens in your life, you can just get back up and keep going and not quit.
I also liked his speech because he talked about like whatever's holding you back, you can realize to let that go and just move on past it. But also another speech that was cool was given from Bryn. She was a part of the Hawaii delegation the year before I went, and it was cool because like Auntie Shanna knew her so well, and just to see her up on stage in front of all of us, and she talked about like the flowers on the Hawaiian necklaces. Like if you take off a single flower, even though it doesn't matter, each flower has its own spot in the necklace, so like everybody belongs. And so it just made me feel inspired.
Wow. Yeah, that is pretty cool. Stuff you never know about until you meeting these people and really getting to know them and their stories. But um, before this trip, did you get to learn much about electric cooperatives as you were there?
Yeah.
Especially maybe at the state capitol as well. Like, where did you learn the most about what electric cooperatives were and what they do?
I don't have a single spot where I learned it most. Like throughout the trip, I was learning more and more, and people like not in our trip and not in our organization would come up to us like as our groups, seeing us wear the same shirt, ask us what we're doing in DC, what's it for, and multiple times I got to explain to them, and each time I've learned a little bit more about what the cooperative is and explain to them what the cooperative is.
Mm-hmm. So, did you have any prior knowledge before going on this trip? Did you really know?
I knew a little about it's a rural electric company, but then after I learned a little bit more about how it's nonprofit and how the consumers own it and have shares in it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we make sure we always say members.
Yep.
They're not customers. So they all have a piece they all have a piece in our cooperative, and yep, it's owned by all of our members, and so it's one big community. And like, I don't know about you guys, but since I've been here, I've learned a lot about electric cooperatives myself, and kind of one of the biggest things is how supportive, of a community being an electric cooperative is, and especially when there is opportunities like this for you guys to be able to go on these kind of trips and stuff. So that's what we have, members helping members, Operation Roundup, different things like that to help contribute to this. We try to give back in any way we can, and this is one way we do it, by sending youth to these trips. Goran, did you have any prior knowledge, or is there anything you learned that sticks out to you about what electric cooperatives actually do?
I never realized like how much of an outreach that they did have to our communities, and I thought they were just like, you just pay your bill and get electric, but it's a lot more than that, and there's actually a community within it.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, that's one of the best things about being in a cooperative. It is more than just your utility company.
Yeah.
So, we try to support all the different communities we serve, and again, yeah, this is one of the ways we do that, and we're happy to do it. Let me see, what else? Did you guys learn anything about yourself on this trip?
I learned that I was a little bit more outgoing with our group than I usually am with other people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree. I was like, I realized that it's not hard to find somewhere where I can belong. Like, you can find your way to belong anywhere.
Yeah, did you guys already kind of consider yourselves outgoing? Was it easy for you guys to make friends before going on this trip? Just kind of talk about that, and have you grown in that way at all?
I feel like it was a little like harder. Like I could still make friends, but like not that fast. With that group of people, it was just so easy to talk to them and get to know them, and everybody was just able to communicate really well.
Yeah, and I feel like what also helped that is because none of us really knew each other. I mean, there was a couple of us that had connections, but that part of us all not knowing each other made it so we're all on the same level and like we're all starting this together.
Yeah, I think that's kind of what helps. Is you're all going into this all the same. Like, you don't know anybody, and it's just kind of easier to connect and easier to go into with an open mind. And that's what's great about going on these trips, especially kind of on your own. Like, really, I mean, yeah, you have our great supervisors and sponsors and chaperones from KEC and other electric co-ops that get to go. But is that one thing that made you nervous, was traveling alone without your parents or anybody else?
Yeah.
First a little, yeah, but once I met Auntie Shayna and all the people, I felt pretty comfortable with them.
Yeah, I was worried because I've never been on a plane before, and that was my first time. So,
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Is there any eye-opening experiences there?
Yeah, I didn't know turbulence was that much of a real thing.
Oh yeah, it can be. Glad you made it. Everybody's safe, so that's good. So we kind of talked about why you applied. So I'm going to talk about a little bit about our application process. And normally we only send one junior to this trip and one junior to the cooperative camp. leadership camp in Colorado. But this year we did have 8 applicants, which is great. We had more applicants this year than maybe we've ever had, and just everybody really. We had a lot of great applicants, and so it was really hard to just narrow it down to just one per trip. So that's why we had to open it up, and thankful that we could open it up for both of you guys to get to go to this trip. And right now we do have Rogan Weta and Jocelyn Bartleson that are in Colorado right now as we speak at the leadership camp. So we had a lot of great applicants. These all 4 that we've sent on this trip and the Colorado trip really stood out above everybody else. Just to kind of talk about our application process, is they all had to write down their academic achievements, their academic records, as well as their leadership in school, leadership in their community, everything they're involved with. They had to write essays about, different leadership topics. They also shared a video teaching us something, so that was fun to see. Kind of more into what you guys did. You got to see a little bit of your Pokemon card collection. I had Pokemon cards growing up myself, so that was good to see that, fellow collector there. I don't anymore, but and then your video about how to jumpstart an ATV, that was really great and really helpful information. So really great to see all those stuff from you guys. But looking back on this trip, has your view on leadership and government, or even has this trip even changed what your future outlook is? Just kind of talk about that, just how this trip has changed your views on leadership, your views on government.
I've always felt like government is like so far away, and there's like no way I could even reach that or get an outlook to like be a part of that. But after this, I realized like you can find connections and work your way up and get to that to eventually be a government official.
Yeah.
Yeah. Talking a lot to the senators and representatives, they didn't start out as government officials. They went into like teachers and other jobs,
pastors and stuff like
and
that,
then eventually found their way into government positions. So anybody can do it. And then leadership-wise, same thing. Anybody can become a leader. It doesn't matter what your title is. It just, if you stand up, you can be a leader.
Yeah, that reminds me, we actually had to talk about, like, leaders don't require a title. Like, you don't have to have, like, the greatest title to be a leader in the group you're in. And that was also pretty inspiring.
Yeah, I think that was one of the topics on our application you could write about, just kind of what's the difference between a leader and a boss. That kind of along that same line. Leaders can be anybody within your organization. Doesn't have to be the top person. So, yep, those are good. Kind of going back on the cooperatives. What does it mean to you that you were able to go on this trip?
Very grateful that Sumner-Cowley chose me to go on this trip. I've never imagined I was able to be a part of this youth tour. It was a great experience overall.
Yeah, I can't like describe it really. It was really like an experience of a lifetime. Like, I think that all of the memories that I made and all the friendships I made, I'll forever be grateful for, and they'll always be there.
Yep. So, if anybody is asking you why they should apply, what would you tell them?
Definitely apply, because it's one of the best trips you will go on. You will meet amazing people, get to see amazing buildings and the history of our country, and talk with senators and do all these great experiences.
And you can learn so much if you like going to museums and all of the cool facts. Like, our itinerary was literally packed. Like, I basically feel like we did everything you can kind of think of to do, and that was just pretty crazy. So just that alone should make you want to go. And also, it's completely sponsored.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So why would you not want to?
Yeah, when this opportunity is right staring you in the face, why wouldn't you go for it?
Yeah.
So next year's group, whoever gets chosen, if you have any advice for them, what would you say to them?
make as many connections as you can. They'll be with you for the rest of your life. You'll have amazing memories that go along with it. Do as much as possible.
Yep. Just try to make every moment last, honestly. That's all I gotta say. Just make it last.
Yeah. Any tips? Anything they should pack? Anything they need to go in with?
Good walking shoes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I wouldn't worry too much about dressing any crazy fancy, except on Capital Day. But yeah, you'll be walking a lot, so bring shoes. Good
Say
shoes.
they give you a pretty good idea on what the dress code is,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So, yep, and then they also give you nice polos to wear, nice T-shirts, and everything
Yeah.
to wear every day. And you know, that's really all I got for you guys today. Is there anything else you'd like to say to the people out there watching?
Well, thank you to the cooperative, and thank you to all of you guys for helping both of us get this ability to go on this trip.
Thank you so much to Sumner-Cowley Cooperative, as well as the members that made this possible. Auntie Shayna, love you so much.
I'll have to make sure to
Shaka.
tag her on this, yeah. Shaka for the Hawaii friends.
Yep.
That's awesome. But yeah, we're super proud of you guys that got to go. We heard great things about you guys during the trip. You represented us well, Sumner-Cowley well. So couldn't be more proud of you guys, and glad you guys are the ones that got to go and represented us so well. And looking forward to seeing what you guys do in the future.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming to talk to us today, and I'm sure we'll be hearing more from you soon. And we can't wait to catch up with Jocelyn and Rogan when they get back and hear about their experience at the Electric Cooperative Youth Leadership Camp. So, thank you guys, and
Thank you.
have a good summer and school year when that starts.
Yep.